Good morning, children. In our last session, we have discussed about Mendel's monohybrid cross and its phenotypic ratio and genotypic ratio, and what was the F1 generation. All we have seen, and today I am start with Mendel's interpretation on monohybrid cross. Based on this observation, that is based on Mendel's monohybrid cross observation, it was confirmed by Mendel that factors are passed on from one generation to another, now referred to as gene. Actually, Mendel only discovered that factors, something is responsible for conduction of character from parents to offspring. Mendel called that something as factors. Now we called it as gene. Okay, so he confirmed that something inherited from parents to offspring, he called it as factors, and now these factors are replaced as gene. Tallness and dwarfness are determined by a pair of contrasting factors. Tall plant possess a pair of factors represented by capital T, taking the first letter of the dominant character, and a plant is dwarf because it possesses factor for dwarfness represented as a small t recessive character. Okay, actually, in Mendel's monohybrid cross, we have taken as a single gene. In a single gene, two contrasting characters are present, or pair of contrasting characters are present. Here we have taken height as a character. In a character, height consists of two alternative forms. One is tall, another one is dwarf. See, the always yeah, as I said already, pea plants are self-pollinated, and the tall plant always produce tall plant, dwarf plant always produce dwarf plant. But when Mendel did a cross pollination between the pure tall plant and pure dwarf plant, the first generation obtained is tall, all are tall only. He couldn't see any medium height or any dwarf height at all the plants are tall only. So he got a confusion whether the gene for dwarfness are inherited to the F1 generation or not. So what he did a self-pollination of F1 generation, and he observed the dwarf plant in the ratio of 3:1. That means 3 tall plant, 1 dwarf plant. Okay, this what monohybrid cross, and from this he concluded that something is inherited from parents to offspring. Okay, so tallness and dwarfness are determined by a pair of contrasting factors. Okay, tall plant possess a pair of factors that is represented as capital T, and same way plant is dwarf because it possesses a factor for dwarfness, and this dwarfness is represented by small t recessive character it is. What is dominant and what is recessive? The character which one is expressed in the F1 generation are considered as what? Dominant character. The another character is considered as recessive characters. See, you could see the diagrammatic representation of monohybrid cross. First you see, children, parental generation, right? Parental generation, capital T, it is represented for tall plant, and small t represented for dwarfness. And gametes, actually plant bodies are diploid in nature. In sexually reproducing organism, gametes are haploid in nature, isn't it? So the gamete of tall plant is only single capital T, and gamete for dwarf plant is small, only single small t. So when these two gametes fuse to form a F1 generation, all the F1 generation possess both the alleles of tall and dwarf, but it express only tallness only, dwarfness of gene will not be expressed. So it is considered as recessive, and F1 generation all are tall plant, and this F1 generation is made self pollination, and the result of this what? 3 tall plant, 1 dwarf plant. Among the 3 tall plant, one is homozygous tall, that is capital T, and another 2 is heterozygous tall, that it possesses one allele capital T, another one allele small t, and homozygous dwarf. So based on its morphological character, that is phenotypic ratio is 3:1, that is 3 tall plant and 1 dwarf plant, and based on its genotypic condition, it is the ratio of genotypic is 1:2:1, that is 1 tall plant with homozygous allele and 2 tall plant with heterozygous allele, 1 dwarf plant with homozygous allele. So this is the ratio of genotype. And maybe like as in pure breeding tall plant consists of 2 alleles such as capital T, and pure breeding dwarf plant consists of small t. This is referred to as homozygous. If they are unlike, they are referred to as what? Heterozygous. If they are unlike, that means the height plant consists of 2 different alleles, one is capital T, another one is small t, and this condition is said to be what? Heterozygous. When the alleles are dissimilar in nature, it is called heterozygous. When the alleles are similar in nature, it is called homozygous. Two factors making up a pair of contrasting characters are called alleles or allelomorphs. One member of each pair is contributed by one parent. Okay. Two factors making up a pair of contrasting character are called alleles. Actually, two factors making up a pair of contrasting character, isn't it? So capital T, small t, small t. So these are the two pair of contrasting characters. These are called as alleles or allelomorphs. One member of each pair is contributed by one parent. Say for example, it is a tall plant and the genotype of tall plant consists of capital T as its allelic form. See, among these two capital T, one capital T is coming from male parent, another one capital T coming from female parent. That is what here they said. When two factors for alternative expression of a trait are brought together by fertilization, only one expresses itself, that is tallness, masking the expression of the other, that is dwarfness. Okay. So in cross pollination, we brought two factors of alternative forms together. What happened? And only one character is expressed in after the fertilization, and the character which is expressed is called dominant character. The character which is masked by the other character is called dwarfness, that is recessive character. The character which expresses itself is called dominant, and that which is masked is called recessive condition. That is it. So already we have seen one lemma. In cross pollination, tall plant and dwarf plant are crossed. When tall plant and dwarf plant in pure condition crossed with each other and both the alleles are mixed and expressed in the F1 generation, this is what happen usually. But in pea plant, both the tall and dwarf plant mixed, but in the F1 generation only the character of tallness is expressed, dwarfness is masked. So the character which is expressed in the F1 generation is called dominant. The character which is masked is called what? Recessive condition. The factors are always pure, and when gametes are formed, the unit factors segregate so that each gametes get one of the two alternative factors. It means that factors are tallness and dwarfness are separate entities, and in a gamete either capital T or small t is present. The factors are always pure, and when gametes are formed, the unit factor segregates so that each gametes get one of the two alternative factors. It means that factors for tallness and dwarfness are separate entities, isn't it? Tallness is separate one and small dwarfness is separate one. So both are separate entities, and in a gamete either capital T or small t is present. So in tallness plant consists of a gamete with allele of capital T. t. In dwarf plant produce a gamete with a allele of small t. When F1 hybrids itself we could understand the different, what could say, hybrid means what, crossing of two different species is usually called what, hybrid. So here also we are crossing two different plants of same species, tall, one is tall, another one is dwarf, both are different. When we are crossing we are getting hybrid in the F1 generation. So this F1 hybrids are self crossed and the two entities separate and then unite independently, forming tall and dwarf plants. Punnett square is a checkerboard form devised by a British geneticist R.C. Punnett for study of genetics. It is a graphical representation to calculate the probability of all possible genotype offspring in a genetic cross. Okay, please understand it and bracket it. Next we are going to see dihybrid cross. What is mean by dihybrid cross? See, in the previous one we have seen monohybrid or one gene inheritance. Here we are going to see dihybrid or two gene inheritance or inheritance of two genes. In monohybrid we are taking one character or one alternative form of one gene, that is height is controlled by a gene. Height of a pea plant controlled by a single gene. This single gene consists of two alternative forms in an individual. One is tall, another one is dwarf. So we have taken only one character for crossing, that is height. Here we are going to cross two characters. One is flower color, another one is seed shape. Flower color are yellow, white, and seed shape may be round and wrinkled. So here we are crossing two characters of pea plant, hence it is called what, dihybrid cross or inheritance of two genes and law of independent assortment. So dihybrid cross involves the inheritance of two pairs of contrasting characters at the same time. The two pairs of contrasting characters chosen by Mendel were shape and color of the seed, round yellow seed and wrinkled and green seed. So then Mendel crossed pea plants having round yellow seed with the pea plants having wrinkled green seed. So what he did, he crossed the round yellow seed with wrinkled green seed. Then Mendel made the following observation. Mendel first crossed pure breeding pea plants having round yellow seed with pure breeding pea plant having wrinkled green seeds and found that only round yellow seeds were produced in the first generation. Okay. In like monohybrid, in monohybrid we are crossing, Mendel crossed tall and dwarf of height. Here what he did, he crossed two characters. One is color of the flower and shape of the seed, isn't it? So he selected two pure breeding characters. One is round yellow seeds with pure breeding pea plants having wrinkled green seeds. That means he crossed round yellow seed with wrinkled green seeds and he found F1 generation all are round yellow seeds only. He couldn't see any wrinkled green seeds. So that no wrinkled green seeds were obtained in the F1 generation. From this it was concluded that round shape and yellow color of the seeds were dominant traits over the wrinkled shape and green color of the seeds. When the hybrids of the F1 generation pea plants having round yellow seeds were crossbred by self-pollination, then four types of seeds having different combination of shape and color were obtained in second generation or F2 generation. Okay, so they were round yellow, round green, wrinkled yellow and wrinkled green. So okay, as like monohybrid, F1 generation obtained round yellow. So it is understood round yellow is dominant. Which character expressed in the F1 generation are called what? Dominant. The character masked is recessive. In the F1 generation, round yellow sheets are expressed. So it will be considered as what? Dominant. And these round yellow sheets are
further allowed to self-pollinate. So when self-pollination has taken place in this, there are four possibilities, four possible characters I have seen. What are the four possible characters in the self-pollination? Sorry children, sorry, wait. Wait, something wrong. Okay. Okay, we could see here pure breeding round yellow seed and its alleles are capital R, capital R, capital Y, capital Y. Same way pure breeding wrinkled green seeds small r, small r, small y, small y. And this is somatic cell and diploid in nature, and it produce both the seeds are produced gametes. Pure breeding round yellow seeds produce gamete with capital R, capital Y. And the same way pure breeding wrinkled green seeds produce gametes with small r, small y. And the F1 consists of capital R, small r, capital Y, small y. But the character expressed is round and yellow seeds. But the F1 consists of alleles for all the characters. That is both the color yellow and green seed and round and wrinkled seed. So all the genes are or all the alleles are present in this F1 generation, but the two characters only expressed, one is round and another one is yellow. So this round and yellow character as expressed as what? Dominant character, and this allowed to self-pollination. By self-pollination, we are getting 16 different combination. Among this 16 different combination, 4 different types of plants we have getting. One is round with as usual round yellow. Another one is wrinkled green. This is what pure breeding parental type. Another one is this round gene separate and join with green seed. So round green seeds. Another one combination is this yellow separate from the round and joined with wrinkled and produce yellow wrinkled seed. So 4 different combination of characters will be appeared in the F2 generation. So the ratio of F2 generation is 9:3:3:1. The ratio of each phenotype of seeds in the F2 generation is 9:3:3:1. This is known as the dihybrid ratio. From the above results, it can be concluded that the factors for each character or trait remain independent and maintain their identity in the gametes. The factors are independent to each other and pass to the offspring through gametes. Actually, the parental traits are round yellow and wrinkled green only parental traits. So if the gametes are not segregated, if the genes are not segregated from each other, we cannot get new combinations such as round green and round green and wrinkled yellow. These are the new character. This new character we cannot get. The alleles of round segregated from the round seed and joined with the wrinkled gene form a yellow wrinkled gene, right? Same way, the alleles for green seeds segregate from the wrinkled seed and joined with the round and form what? Wrinkled yellow. So, like that the genes are segregated from each other and join with its own independent way. This is called what? Law of independent assortment. This is called what? Law of independent assortment. So, results of dihybrid cross. Mental got the following result from this dihybrid cross. 4 types of plant. As we discussed in the F2 generation, there are 4 different types of plants he got. A dihybrid cross produced 4 types of F2 offsprings in the ratio of 9 with 2 dominant traits. 3 with one dominant traits and one recessive trait, and 3 with another dominant trait and another recessive trait, and 1 with 2 recessive trait. Okay, so these are the 4 types of plant. New combination, 2 new combinations of traits we are getting, isn't it? So 2 new combination of traits with round green and wrinkled yellow had appeared in the dihybrid cross. Next, Mendel's law. Based on his experiment of monohybrid and dihybrid cross, Mendel proposed 3 important laws which are now called as Mendel's law of heredity. Law of dominance, this is related with monohybrid cross. When 2 homozygous individual with 1 or more sets of contrasting character are crossed, the character that appear in the F1 hybrid are dominant and those that do not appear in the F1 are recessive character. Okay, when 2 homozygous individuals with 1 or more sets of contrasting character are crossed. So, say for example, capital T, one of the homozygous individual, small t with dwarf is another one homozygous individual. When these 2 pure breeding are crossed, we will get F1 generation. The F1 generation will not produce both the character, will not produce the both tall and dwarfness. It appear only tall. So, the character which is appeared in the F1 generation are called what? Dominant. Another one is recessive. And this is called what? Law of dominance, which is related with monohybrid cross. Next, law of segregation or law of purity. When a pair of contrasting factors or genes or allelomorphs are brought together in a heterozygote or hybrid, the 2 members of the allelic pair remain together without mixing. And when gametes are formed, the 2 separate out so that only one enters each gamete. Okay. So, you know very well, already I said children, in the F1 generation, though the F1 plant has both the alleles, but the alleles are stand separately, it will not mixing with each other. So, it says that law of purity. And law of independent assortment, it is related with dihybrid cross, that too already I said. When the 2 genes of 2 characters brought together, each one separate from other character independently and join with the next parental character. That is called what? Law of independent. Actually, pure parental character or yellow round seed, wrinkled green only. These are the parental pure breeding. Round can come and join with the green. Then same way wrinkled can go and join with the yellow. So, this is what law of independent assortment. It is related with dihybrid cross. In case of inheritance of 2 or more pairs of characters simultaneously, the factors of one pair assort out independently of the other pair. This is called what? Law of independent assortment. And next one is chromosomes, DNA and gene. This I will continue with you in my next class. And the homework for today's portion is explain the dihybrid cross. Okay, this is the only question I will give as a homework, children. Complete. I will get you in my next class. Bye.